morning, Honorable MEC and your team, and good morning also to our petitioners that are here with us this morning. me greet the MEC, Honorable MEC of Education, and your team, and our petitioners, and the honorable members of the Standing Committee on Petitions and Public Participation, and the support staff. Honorable MEC, we have decided that maybe we need to allow the petitioners, they are from various schools. In the main, their petitions is about infrastructure. We thought we would then give them an opportunity. Normally what happens is, as and when we are in the standing committee, we allow the petitioners to briefly, we have your petition, but we'll request you just in brief, just summarize your petition. And you can say that in your own language. Le ka bolela ka language ya lena so that le kgone go ka present your case very clearly. And thereafter, we will not necessarily give an MEC to respond after the first petitioner. There should be about 8 of them MEC. We will allow every petitioner from those, I will read them, then individually, so they will, in summary or in brief, give us their petition. Then later on, we will allow MEC to respond. And after MEC, she has responded, after Honorable MEC, she has responded, we will give honorable members of the Standing Committee to engage on the response and the petitioner, on the petition and the response by the MEC. But before we do that, I will then do introduction so that you must know but you did not know which committee was that and who are the members of that standing committee. This is a standing committee on petitions and public participation, and it's actually chaired by me, Maurice Mataboge. I will quickly introduce the honorable members who are part of the standing committee. Here is Honorable Mukaba. She just raised her hand. Next to Honorable Mukaba is Honorable Pukane. Next to Honorable Pukane is Honorable Mukhonyana. It's Honorable Machete. Next to Honorable Machete is Honorable Muhlope. Honorable Dr. Selane. Honorable Advocate Marx. Honorable Sipuru Osacho Chekante, you will see him as and when he comes in. Then I would quickly request, we also have Honorable MEC, our support staff, here with us. Coordinator, can you quickly introduce yourselves so that they know you and other members of other staff members? Yeah, introduce them quickly. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. My name is Buda Radingwana. I'm the committee coordinator for this standing committee on public participation and petitions. Next to me here we have Mrs. Malachi Joyce, who is our manager, petitions. We have Mrs. Aramse, who is our manager, education and outreach. We have Mrs. Luan here, who is manager from communications. We have Mayor Emily Masemola, who is our researcher. We have Ndate Kotza, this side is our legal advisor. We have Advocate Bilusa there from Protocol. And then we have Dr. Matuani, who is from our political support. And then we have Ndate Nechitsebe, who is from communications. Thank you very much. Oh, Ndate More, I'm sorry. We have Ndate More also from communications. Oh, Mel Nagambi from IT, thank you very much. Yeah, I think we are done.
Okay, no, thank you very much. And Wajanangoke Honorable Sipuru, member of the Standing Committee, Petitions and Public Participation. I will now give an Honorable MEC of Education, Mabungura Makanya, just to introduce the team, Jan and Leona, this morning.
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Matabuche. Let me take this time and also greet the honorable members of the legislature and also members of the Petition Committee. I'm Mabunguru Rodi Ramakanya, MEC of Education in Limpopo. I'll quickly introduce the team that is with me. Next to me is the acting HOD, Mr. Mashaba. Next to Mr. Mashaba is our CFO. Next to Ms. Matabata is actually DDG Dr. Similane for curriculum. Next to him is Mr. Calvin Malungwane, DDG governance. Next to him is Mr. Mulope, acting DDG corporate. Mulope will raise a hand. Next to him is Chief Director, Mr. Malachi, for infrastructure. I'm talking about you. Just a hand, Mr. Malachi. he's going back instead of raising a hand. Next to him is Head of Office on the MEC Department of Education, Ms. Zakani Helani. And then we have got Mr. Peta from Transformation who deals with the petition. And then we have got the parliamentary officer, Mr. Matlangu. And I think that's all from the Department of Education. Yeah, I think we're all. Thank you so much, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Honorable MEC Mabungule Ruli Ramakanya, MEC for Education. I will then allow our petitioners. I will start with Mahlabatini Development Cooperative. Our petitioners just to stand up and quickly introduce yourselves so that, yeah. Like ITV Shire.
Malapile Lawrence. Kenale Makamo Horong. Ndatempela. Mukai. Le me somo. Kevale Kakwali. Kenale. Kim. Me levete. Le wase pelanliena. Tobe.
Kidikete primary school petitioners.
Yeah, good morning everyone. I am Mampani MR, the principal of Kidikete Primary School. With me is Mr. Matlawa, the secretary of the SGB. Next to me. Then we have Mem Mukwena, the deputy chairperson of the SGB, that side. Then we have Mem Agobe, who is the chairperson of the SGB. Thank you.
Then Mokari or Mulwechi Primary School, Secondary School, sorry.
Good morning, everyone. I am Arbima Papu, the principal of Mukari Secondary School. I'm with May Jane Mashishi, the member of the SGB. Thank you.
Rikafa ba Mulwechi Primary School, Mulwechi Secondary School, sorry.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I'm Marwale Moses Rapiri, the principal of Mulwechi Secondary. I'm accompanied by the school management team, represented by Mr. Mpahlela. I'm also with the secretary of the SGB, Nebo Pape. I'm also accompanied by the community, led by Mr. Mudipa. Mr. Mudipa, can you introduce members of the committee?
Ke a le tamisa. Ke ne le Phaswa Matlala mo. He's a member of community.
Then Hudson, petitioners Hudson Twanesi Secondary School.
Thank you very much and good morning. I am Boweni Donald, the principal of Hudson Twanesi Secondary School. With me is Kosa L. He's the chairperson of the SGB, and I have with me also my predecessor, Mr. Rikotro PT. Thank you.
Then we can proceed to Fetani Secondary School.
I am Mr. Mbezi NG, the principal of Petani Secondary School. I've come with Mr. Baloi S, who is the member of the QLTC. He was seconded by the SGB to come and represent the other members because they are engaged with other activities. Secondly, I have come with Mrs. Mtelevi, who is the treasurer. Thank you.
Then Rachi Zaza Secondary School.
I appreciate the time and the moment given to me to introduce our members from the school. I have been accompanied, I am Mr. Ravele HR. I have been accompanied by Mr. Mafua HC, who is the SGB chairperson. Next to him, it's Mem Chinabe D, who is the deputy chairperson of the SGB. And next to her is Mr. Gwinda TS, who is the deputy principal, the first deputy principal. I thank you.
Then Rukaya for Matlari High School.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Manabe DL, it's me, the chairperson of SGB. I'm with Mr. Ntimani, who is the secretary of the SGB, and our project manager, Mem Mabunda. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Those are the petitioners from various schools. Then we decided, like I've said, to have you all in the boardroom, but we would allow from time to time individually so to present your case. As petitioners, and ultimately allow, after you have presented your case, we will allow Honorable MEC to respond to your petition. Already we have also received the response from the office of the MEC. We have the response in writing. But I must indicate that our meetings are actually are open for the public. So I must just inform you that we will be live. So we are live as I'm speaking to you, so that you must know that we are live. Baletele DJ, hi. Baletele DJ, Baba Nguba Ilonguru, you are also representing them. I thought, oh God, I must tell you that we are live on YouTube. But now, in terms of Section 10 of the Petitions Act, every witness that appear before the standing committee need to take an oath or solemn of affirmation. So it's in line with Section 10 of the Petitions Act. For any witness, anybody that appears before the standing as a witness must take an oath or solemn affirmation. Now, I will not allow, MEC already, she has taken an oath at Toma Mushumo High as a member of the legislature and also as the MEC responsible for education. So she will not necessarily take an oath. But anybody else, the petitioners and the team that accompany the MEC, I will request all of you who relieme lenchale ka morago lo bolela lebitso la lena le maina la ka botlalo le surname, then let's ya oath or solemn affirmation. Lele now ke ya are menga ka ya re tlo bolela hore I wa bitsa lebitso la hao de lantšha la ka morago ke I swear that I'll be truthful and honest to the Committee of the Limpopo Provincial Legislature when giving evidence without any fear, favor, or prejudice. In accordance with Limpopo Petitions Act, the Constitution, and other law. So help me God. Thank you. Yeah, like I've said, we have received your petitions. I will now allow individual petitioners. Honorable MEC, I think you will take notes because, like I've said, in the main, it's about their issues are actually regarding infrastructure. I would allow them individually, so as petitioners, just to briefly raise their petitions Then after all of them, they have completed, I will give you an opportunity to respond on how their matters will be attended to. And I will request, if you are comfortable to speak in any language that you prefer, you can do that. Any language you prefer. Mahlabathini Development Cooperative. Kima, who's leading the delegation? Oh yeah. Le karkabu kopana la rthalusetsa ka petition. Rena le yona that's why a kinya ke lore le bolele ke.
Tobe.
Tobe.
Ke ba Mahlabathini. Re thomile polelo e ya go gopela go agela sekolo ka 2011. Re ya departmenteng tsotlhe tla re fitlha mo province. Re dutse province mengwaga. Re nyaka sekolo mo mafelelong ba ile ba batla kwa a borena ko Mahlabathini go la Bagambege ba re tshepiša gore sekolo se tla ba gona. Ke gopola yena the acting HOD sa le CFO. Re na le yena gona ka kwa departmenteng. Bo ntate Malatsi ba tseba re fela re ba le bona ka kwane. Mara mafelelong ba ile ba re tshepiša gore ba tla tlo re agela sekolo. Ba kgoboketša setšhaba kwa gae, ba botša setšhaba le bogoši gore tlo le agela sekolo. HOD sa le mme ke a mo lebala o ile University of Venda. O tlwetse HOD ya University of Venda. O tlile gabedi kwa gae kwa a nyaka go bona mo sekolo se tla aiwang gona. Re tlile mo Mamotlhare la boraro ka fa. Ke a gopola letsatsi la mathomo re tla ka mo modulasetulo be e leng ntate Nong. Ke ena ba bolela ba education ba tshepiša ntate Nong gore ba tla re agela sekolo. Ka 2023 ka bo November wa tla batho kwa gae kwa ba re ke ba Kim ba re ba romile ke ba education ba tlo bona le bona gore na re tlo aga mo kae. Ke moka ra ba bontšha lefelo. Wa tla ba bangwe ba education gape ba tla ba epa metse gona kwa gae kwa. Go tla mo batho ba le ba tšhabile ba sa tla. Setšhaba le kgoši a se bona go ka diragala eng. Re a founela monna ba re ke Seloga Lucas o IDT. A re humane tsela gore na go bereka ga jwang. Bjale ke leboa re le fa Mamotlha. Ke nagana gore ba tla re fa pampiri re tla fitlha re balela setšhaba kwa ka gore ge be re tlile mo ba no bolela ka molomo. Ge re fitlha kwa ba ra gore nape a se le fitlhe kwa. Ke na le gore bo MEC ba tla re fa pampiri Mamotlha ba re botša gore na sekolo sela ba tlo se aga neng sa thoma go šoma neng. Motse wa rena ke motse o mogolo o na le ditleliniki le di-library fela sekolo a se gona. Bana ba rena ba tsamaya ka di-scholar transport ba dinageng tše dingwe go ya go ithuta. Bjale ke re hle re feng tsebe Mamotlha MEC le re fe polelo ge ba le palola ko re agela le re botše nnete gore re ka se le agele lena. Re kgone go botša setšhaba le kgoši gore MEC o re a ka se re agele goba le re fe pampiri le re agele sekolo. Re a sokola go sokola kudu. Bana ba tloga mo go ile ga ba le mathata a di-rape mo tseleng. Go ile ga ba le mathata mo ditseleng bana ba dikolo. Bana ba rena ba tsene sekolo ba no tloga mo ba tsena ka mo sekgweng ba re ba sekolong ga ba fitlhe sekolong. Bjale re kgopela MEC Mamotlha o a no re fa polelo ko re no tseba gore rena a re tshwanele ke sekolo goba jwang.
diketse wa emelang ke diketse primary school.
Thank you, Honorable Mataboge. Firstly, let me indicate that this is not for the first time that we came here. It is for the 4th time. And every time we were here, we were promised that in the next financial year, the project will start. But up to now, nothing has happened. Then let me just give a little background on the school. The school was built in 1957. I was not yet born. I attended the school, at the very same school. The office that I'm using now is where I started my sub A. Then, the school was built by the community. Fortunately, the director of education. Or ragor baba no mucha bare tlamo ka luto a itlamo kwa school ga sena le plan. Then ke bile teacher mo sekolong se ka 2010 ke le ka gare ga SMT. Mr. Mahlase e be ile the acting principal a thoma go ngwala mangwalo ka boa sekolong seo ka 2015 ke ge re ngwala lengwalo re ngwalela parliamentary petitions committee gore na re na le problem she mangwalo shia a gopela sekolo fela ga go direge selo. Then se sa go dira gore re be re ngwalo lengwalo monna yo ke teacher ke SGB member ke secretary ya SGB o be a dutse ka staff room sona se re bolelang ka sona go ile le na re bitsa le kwa ga sekhukhune re bitsa re ke lokolo botho half ya stina kwa godimo ya tla wela mo godimo ga tafolo ya ditšhingo yona. Then Rabona Romar, this thing is very serious. And in 2024, 2023, bana ba grade R, ba dutse ka sekolong. Masenge a itu a tšea ke moya ba dutse ka mo sekolong. Sekolo se re bolelang ka sona, ge pula ena, ke sona se le ke re ba thala mo fase ka lenao. Metsi a tla le mobu, a tsena mo verandeng a fetela ka gare ga di-class. Ke na le di-picture on my phone now. Tše di laetša go seo. Then, ka 2018 ka di 4 tša kgwedi ya ka di 19 tša kgwedi ya bo 4 me malatši le mme Miss Maga ba tlile sekolong ba tlo bona gore go diregeng ge ba fihla kua ke ge ba bontšha gore ao gape selo se ga se sekolo se swantše gore se agiwe ra tloga ya re ka di 14 tša kgwedi ya bo 10 2020 Petitions Committee, ibe eteletše pele ke Toso Selamolela le a certain Mr. Kachalia, but tlile sekolong. Some members of the community were there, like Mr. Mudiba, he was in that meeting. Then they made a commitment that in the next financial year, the school will be built. Then nothing has happened. Then initially, because what's the use of coming here? Or maybe committee because kadi 26 June go tlile di engineer le architect go sekolong but re botša gore awa gape sekolo sa lena nka be se agilwe gale ge go bontšitše monnola go ba re ke mamedi Mr. Lewis Mr. Lewis o tlile go sekolong last year a re botša gore ao ka tšena wa re tlo thoma sekolo but le gane jela go ne ntho e diregang go no tla batho ke engineer ke o mongwe gapiana wa tla gore no ke dirile surveying ga ke a dira ga botse a ka bala mehlare mo jarateng such things gore they just give petty excuses but ga go direge selo so go tloga ka 2018 ge re le mo re kwane le Mr. Khachepe then the then MEC gore sekolo se agiwa ka the next financial year na bjale ga ke sa tswa the next financial year ke neng maybe ke 2013 the next financial year re gopela gore ge re tloga mo go re be re tseba dilo tše di latelang then re nyaka gore the Limpopo Department of Education e dire commitment gore na project e la tlo thomaneng gape go ne nako ngwe ba nyaka gore thibela ge re tsena gating kua gore nna bana ba rena ge ba ka go bala mo o tsebe gore maikarabelo ke ya gago principal because ga o nyake gore agela sekolo bona ba tseba sekolo se ya ga ke nna and nna a se ya ge ke nna sekolo 2 go tlile motho ba re kwa quick space ko sekolong go ntebelele yona memenere ba re ke mang that guy a re o tlo lebella gore di mobile classes di tlo beiwa neng tebelele le date ya gona May 30th May 2019 o tlile a re o tlo lebella gore o tlo beya ka di mobile classes o sale a ya ga sanka bo then se sengwe gape re nyaka those mobile classes ba thube structure sela then re nyaka ro le demolition ya structure sela e tlogo because ke kotsi mo go rena le bana ba rena gape le nna bana ba ka ba tsene sekolo gona mo eno ba gore ga ba sa le primary but ba tsena gona mo then le bo motlogolo wa ke ba gona mo le bona ba kotsing ka baka la sekolo seo then re gopela gore re fiwe a monthly report progress report on this project because the next time ba go phone ba go tsa gore we are on stage 1 nna ga ke se gore stage 1 ke gapjana ba re ba go stage 4 nna ga ke se gore ge ke reporta ka re parents meeting ke re ba go stage 4 ba re stage 4 ke ga ke tsebe jwa lo report nto sa itsebeng so the engineer ge di le kua ka di 26 ba boletse gore Department of Education e ba gomishitse ba go stage 2 gape mala ba ba le go stage 4 and ba re Department of Education mmere go ka tšeang 3 weeks bona ba tšea dikgwedi ka ona gore ba o phethagatše then se sengwe se re se nyakang re nyaka gore Department of Education e reportele Petitions Committee ka progress ya skolo now and then ba re botse gore re batla mo kae the other page yeah then se sengwe gape ke taba ya metsi skolo se le ga nna metsi spend around 40,000 ya skolo go reka metsi ba tlile ba ipile di boreholes tše 5 ya setšabjwa le metsi ka moka ga tšona then gona jwa le ba eme tšhelete la re swantse re šomišitše go ruta bana re tšea tšhelete la re patela metsi ke a leboga
ba ba emetseng Molwetši Secondary School.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In summary, I just wanted to say, Molwetši Secondary is the biggest school in Lepelle Circuit. But the school is without infrastructure. Actually, we don't have the school. All the stakeholders declared Molwetši as emergency, including members of the legislatures because they came there. In actual fact, the submission it is submission to me the former MEC where education at Kamshwana. Ya jirwa go Poli Bushielo. Ya jirwa go Ishmael Khechebe. Come they know the story. So now as a principal, I'm very frustrated because early this January, I don't have even a single document. Just imagine. But I take it to me the document, including the laptop, everything is needed. Because there is nothing. Actually, na ruta ka fasaka kamehlar under the tree. So I'm very frustrated. I don't know what to do. They wanted to strike because I'm providing leadership. I was assisted by the secretary of ANC, Comrade Matobi, to stop them. So I have got nothing to say except, even though we perform in terms of results, but the strike is on us. Actually, Kalabone, Kenali meeting, Van Peneon, Lama Felero. Kalabone is Kabatla report here right, because Kavasto be the Ranch. I got a postpone 5. So Nagabasto be the Ranch, but I'm trying. But then I don't know if JJ Uga one the stakeholder like a pallet or strike say at Tomagalabone. So now I can't do anything because then I live 15 years. Actually, because hence I said, office. I don't have much to say. What the recommendation in Narkaidira and I wanted to save the situation because Vanava Satana Fero. Core agently in less than 2 weeks, more for the new mobile classes. It's Kabbalah transfer mobile classes. tja go ba destroyed di jwa plekeng nngwe le no re rekela tje di kiswa le re tse le re neele because problem nna ntho e ntla ba go ke gore dikolo mabapi di gabotse man mara le sa tswela pele le ya ga kua ke tseba gore a tšea le di bone ka gore ga go selo kua ke gopela gore members ba ba go tla kua ba ntlhatsele le bona ba tlile a go apala kua. I am very frustrated as the principal of a secondary school. I think the stakeholder di tla ntlatša a ke nyaka go bolela too much. MEC we know re a tseba gore o ka re thuša man o hlwa o thuša mma gore na re thuše kua molwetši simple a re nyaka gore ba go tšatše ka rena ba ra ra performa ka grade 12 results please man re a go kwešiša just mobile classes tse dingwe tse re tla di bona. Thank you very much.
Mokari Secondary School.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Principal Mukari Secondary School. We have a construction on site at Mukari Secondary School. It started previous year in September. Now is 10 months in that school and there is no development. The school is still at the foundation phase. And at Mukari, we need classes. Learners are congested in classes. For example, we have 138 learners in one class, grade 8. It's not easy to teach those learners. The educators are trying very hard. Another issue is that at Mukari, we want classes to be built and we want the construction site to be opened again because now it's officially closed. There is no construction taking place at that school. And there is another block which was banned by the community, and that block is shaky. I went to the block, they showed me, the engineer showed me that that block is dangerous for learners, but now it's barricaded because it's shaky and it can cause damage to learners. And they told me that that block will be demolished so that it can be started again. So we are requesting Honorable MEC for a school to be built and be handed to us as learners don't have place in that school. Many learners come to our school to ask for accommodation to be admitted, but we cannot admit them. We don't have space, we don't have furnitures. There are also 2 other classes which are mobile classes. They are severely damaged. They are torn, and one of those containers are used by the SMTs. When you go in that class, you need to be very careful because it's damaged. It's not user-friendly. Thank you.
Hudson Mtwanesi.
Thank you. When you came here last time to make a presentation, we reported that now a departmental official came to our school and told us that now they're going to build us 29 classrooms. A carport, and a guardhouse, soccer field, a netball court, and toilets. That will be the first phase. He said to us, second phase will be the laboratory, home economic center, a library, and toilets for the learners. Of all these things, they only built 14 classrooms. And a carport and a guard room, and not ball field only. Now, they said they're going to take 15 classrooms to our sister school, DZJ. At our school, they built 40, 15 will go to DZJ. They never DZJ at that time. And the hall was never built. So I want to make a correction under oath here, that now those 29 classrooms were told by the official, it was a word of mouth. But after we came, when we got the plan and analyzed it, we found that now there were 7 classrooms that were left out, and they were not built. Yeah. Which means effectively, the department is owing us 22 classrooms, not 15, 22 classrooms. Which means those 22 classrooms and the hall have been built in the sky. We humbly request the department to bring it down to our school. We want to utilize them because now we have got overcrowding at school. That is the long and short of our story. Thank you.
Petani Secondary School.
Good morning, everyone. We are here representing the students of Petani and also the pirates who sent me us here. Chauto Toma Chinenda Ngamba Choneri Chauri, thank you very much for the department. The work what done to the primary schools, because primary schools ndikubona vachiko upgrade zvikoro uyanga upambana. Mara what worried me here ndori ndo representa chikoro chine chichitangadzimeni zva zvino chine chiwanala hamtele B. One last time chichitomova na problem ndi musi usina access road nga mdalo ya 2000. Howona bridge ine raishumisa uya chikoloni ya kwashea nga midalo. Abva budget tikadizumbula zwavhuḓi ndova ndi ward committee uchida vo Collins Chavani. Budget yo yabva ya uri hufatiwe bridge. People vova happy ngecho chipingo uri boroi ko fatiwa havana access yo ya chikoloni. Fortunately arina power udakami masipala ufana na masipala wa Mutale that time. Hova no squeeze wa chere daringu wa maganda zuyambori, which means aungo chavana bridge. Zwazvino ndichikwamba zveradhera zvone petition yotoma ndi ya uri rova risina zvitafura na class rina class tendereki dza malo dzenga khadzo hovo husina zvidulo zvokono udzula vanhu. Rikoliwa ba department respondo yo daho rono vana zvidulo zo disiwa fedzi ha ahungo kono vana access road access road ye ra I humbela fhethu hune ra khou amba hone huna mulambo wa Mutale une u fidiwa nga muyedzi muhulwane wo bva Masisi. Hala maḓi a tshi ṱangana a ṱangana fhethu huthihi hune ha vha Mutale A, Mutale u tshi khou flowa u tshi ya fhasi, hala maḓi a thivhana a humela murahu. Ri khou amba ri na mpfu nthihi ya mudzulapo we a kumbiwa nga honohu mulambo. Ri khou amba zwa zwino arali vho dzi vhona dzi ripoto dzi nga vha dza dzi media dza vhafhio dze vha dzi vhona, ri na vhana vhane vho ḓaleliwa musi vha tshikoloni. Khavho vhana ro lingedza nga nḓila dzoṱhe habe vha ḓo dzi humbula uri pfunzo ndi ndeme kha vhana, and education is a national, i national. Zwi amba zwori vhana vha fheṱani vha tshi khou balelwa u ya tshikoloni, vhaṅwe vha ḓo vha khou ya ngauri is a national. Zwine zwa amba uri havhaḽa vhana nga vhone vhaṋe ngauri is a deep rural vha a fosea uri vhone vhaṋe vha dzhene tshikolo ngo kombetshedza u wela mulambo. Zwe zwa itea khezwi vhana vha tshikolo vho kombetshedza, mvula dza vha ḓalela, then a vha ngo kona u ṱuwa. Ha swika he ha hiriwa dzi ṱiraka ngauri bro yo kwashekana. Ho fentha vhana vho no swika 5 ara ndi si mistake ngauri lo vha lo no kovhela, I think yo vha ibo 4 vha tshi yo dzhiwa. Havhaḽa vhana ngori muṅwe na muṅwe khou nyago ya hayani, ha swika he ha fentha vhasidzana nyambo no swika 5 wavho. Ravha na vhararu vho towaho kha ṱiraka ngauri yo vha yo ḓalesa. Zwino nṋe ri khou ḓa ri tshi amba ri tshi ri mobile class dzi hone, mara a si tshone tshipikwa. Tshipikwa ndi tsha uri kha huve na tshikolo, kha ri dzhie mashango a hayani sa dzi ḓoroboni, kha ri dzhie hangei fhethu hu tshi fana na huṅwe na huṅwe. Zwithu zwo no khou tou vhavhasa nga maanḓa ndi zwa uri staff room, ri tshi ri staff room ri vha ri khou amba iṅwe class ye ra vha ro tea ro i shumisela vhaṅwe vhana, which means ri vha ri khou amba classroom ine vhadededzi vho shera sa staff. There is no secret. Vha zwiḓivha fanela u vha na secret. Secondary ri a zwiḓivha zwo na uri sa funi hu nga ḓivha na vhana vhane vha khou ṱoḓa u amba secret na principal. A iho he secret because vha khou shera classroom nthihi. So hezwo zwithu ro ḓa ra vha na muṱangano we ra deleliwa wo rangiwa phanḓa nga Mudaka na komiti yavho vhane nda ḓivha ndi vho Tshisane na vhone vha vha nga ngomu. Yo vha i September 29, 2022. So ro vha ri tshi khou nyaga uri heyo komiti i ambe zwe ya vhona sezwi ro ana muano. Bridge ine ra khou pfa i tshi khou ḓo vha hone ndi culvert. Ine he culvert a i tendi kha vhana vhane vha khou funa tshikolo vha kona u zwiḓivha zwori musi ri tshi ri education ndi tshipikwa na vhana vha mahayani vha khou ṱaṱisana na vhana vha re na ḓoroboni. So ri fanela u ita education fashionable like vhaṅwe vho no khou amba. So fashionable i fanela u ri kwama hoṱhe. So ri ḓe ri worried sa vhabebi, and what makes me happy ndi ngauri blacks are the top on leading. So a thi tsha pfesesa uri arali vharema hu vhone vha ri phanḓa vha no khou leader, ri fanela u pfhiwa nga vhafhio. Zwi amba zwori kha nṋe ndi last chance of dying horse ngauri the leader now is blacks, and the most suffer are blacks kids. So ndi hezwo worried yanga ra khou humbela uri ri tou wana phindulo ri aḓiresi ngauri ho vha na vhathu vho ḓaho and hu vhe na way forward. Thank you.
Rachisase secondary school.
vo MEC, dzimembara dza committee na vhathu vhoṱhe vha re afha ndi masiari. Ndo representa tshikolo tsha Rakisase Secondary School tshine ho vho no ḓi dzhiwa decision kale nga department uri tshi khou tea u transform u bva kha ordinary school tshi vhe technical school. Ndi tshikolo tshine nga ṅwaha wa 2024 last year ro dzhia number 1 kha Niani East kha district ya Vhembe, but ri na challenge khulwane nga maanḓa ya dzi classroom. Currently ri khou amba zwino enrollment ya vhoriṋe i na vhana vha 1379, ra vha na vhana vho no swika 277 vho itaho application yo ḓa kha grade 8 next year. Zwi amba uri arali ri khou tou expecta next year ri ḓo vha ri na vhana vho no swika 1500 tshikoloni tsha Rakisase. Avho vhana vha khou ḓa kha tshikolo tshine tsha vha na classroom dza 15, tsha vha na mobile class dza 6, ro include na zwi staff room zwine vhadededzi vha khou dzula khazwo. So u ya nga vho riṋe ri khou wana uri ndi challenge khulwane vho MEC uri ri wane vhana vho no swika 70 or 75 vha khou dzhena kha classroom nthihi kana kha mobile class nthihi. Ro ri tshi zama u checka ra wana uri arali department ya nga kona u ri fhaṱela classroom dzo no swika 12 zwithu zwi nga vha khwine, sa musi ri tshi zwi ḓivha zwori muvhuso wa vho riṋe na ikonomi ya vho riṋe zwi khou tou tshimbila zwavhuḓi lune ra nga zwi amba uri muvhuso u na tshelede no nga ri fhaṱela kha musi classroom nnzhi. Mara ra ri khou tou humbela vho MEC uri arali zwa zwi tshi konadzea a vha ita uri tshikolo tsha vho riṋe tshi fhaṱelwe dzi classroom. Zwiṅwe zwa zwithu zwe zwa ri disappointa ndi zwa uri department yayo ri promisa uri mathomoni ya ṅwaha u ḓo ḓa dzi mobile class, na zwino ri khou amba a hu thu vha na dzi mobile class. A zwo ngo ri fara zwavhuḓi sa dzi membara dza SGB. Ro vha ra tou zama u ita puḽane yori kha dzi passage dza dzi block ri vale nga zwidina ri fulele u itela uri vhadededzi vha kone u wana staff room zwi khou bva khori tshikolo tsha vho riṋe a tshe na dzi classroom. Arali tshikolo tsha vha tshi si na dzi classroom kana infrastructure yone i si yavhuḓi, ri funa u zwi pfhesesa zwori vhana vha vha khou funziwa kha environment ine a hu no pfhi vha nga bvisa results dzavhuḓi. Mara ri khou shumisana na vho principal na SMT na vhadededzi vhoṱhe ri khou zama nga nḓila dzoṱhe uri tshikolo tsha vho riṋe tshi improve. This year ro target uri ri khou tea u wana 100%, mara arali ra vha ri sa khou shumisana zwavhuḓi na department ndi vhona unga hezwo zwithu zwi ḓo ri konḓela. So request ya vho riṋe vho MEC ndi yeneyo uri ri khou humbela uri arali zwi tshi konadzea heyi session i tshi fhela ri tshi ṱuwa arali zwi konadzea a hu vhona vhathu vho no khou ri sala nga murahu next week ri tshi khou amba hu ṋambe vho tshi khou thoma u fhaṱiwa dzi class enge tshikoloni tsha Rakisase. Ndo livhuwa.
Mahlari High School.
Nkomu na mxeweta hinkwenu na yimela kambe Manave DL lo a yimela ku Mahlari High School eMhlaba Cross. Xikolo xa hina xi nga va xi velekiwe hi 1987. It's a very big school that has a principal, 2 deputy principals, and 3, now we're waiting for the 4th DH. Then the school has got a very big problem when it comes to facilities. We have only 20 classrooms. Of the 20, 1 we use it for food storage, then 2 are used for additional staff rooms for the teachers. Because we have got the admin block, which is very small, our educators don't fit in there. Other than that, like I indicated, our main problem is overcrowding. The enrollment that we are having year after year is growing. Currently, as I speak with you, we have 980 learners and then 31 educators. We are catering the 3 villages that are Wisani, Shikwambani, Mutlava Cross. And because of good results that we get year after year, we are attracting learners from the neighboring schools, the neighboring villages like Moyime, Linyenye, Sasekane. Then we are growing, and then we are having ambition. Some years ago, while I was still a teacher there, now I'm an HOD, the chairperson of the SGB. I'm working somewhere else as a principal, but I'm staying in the village. Then, like I indicate, we have introduced Sepedi because we realized that the community is mixed. We are Tsonga speaking and Sepedi speaking. So grade 8 to 12, that is the thing. Like I've indicated in my other point that we have got good results in overall, especially when we talk metric, we don't go beyond 8, below 8 rather. Last year, if my memory serves me well, we had 85%. Then other than that, like the other colleagues of mine have mentioned that we had supplementary classrooms in the form of mobile classrooms. They are dilapidated. We had 5 of them. Other than that, the departmental official came to survey the school, and then some of the things that I'm talking about you know of because he took pictures, like the restrooms are not in good shape. Then, but in the main, our school is mainly a service school because we have got many learners doing tourism and consumer studies. These learners don't have what we call the laboratories or the consumer studies centers. We don't have them. Remember, these subjects start from grade 10 going on to grade 12. And then we have 4 streams. Then each stream has got a need for a split classroom. So in other big streams like the general stream, they need at least 2 extra classrooms for splitting, while the others they need only one just like that. Other than that, we don't have the sporting facilities. We don't have the school hall, and then like I indicated, our admin block is small. So like I heard everyone who presented before me, the plea is the same to the department. We wish that you look at us as people who are in need, and please answer our plea. Continue motivating us because we are highly motivated. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, petitioners. And I think the MEC was able also to listen to your request, all of you. I think I will request that I will give an opportunity to the respondent. In this case, it's the Department of Education, of course, through our Honorable MEC. I will suggest, Honorable MEC, you see some of these challenges, and people have started now to lose hope. And some of them are appearing now for the 3rd time or 4th time to the standing committee. And they are even saying it looks like we don't have teeth mara rena meno, so and we don't want to turn this standing committee into a talk show. We want to see services going to our people. And I think one school, all the MECs that have been there in the Limpopo knows about their problems. And I hope you were able also to capture them. And I will give an honorable MEC an opportunity to respond to the petitioners. Where we are sitting, MEC, we, as a standing committee, we are actually more on the side of the petitioner. We want them to have hope in this government. We want our people also to get services. We want our people to get, our children to get education. We also need their rights also to be respected. So I think you have heard, and I would allow you maybe starting from the first petitioner just to go into a summary of how their issues are going to be attended to. I will give you an opportunity together with your team if you want to just also to respond to the issues of the petitioners, and thereafter I will allow honorable members. For sure, honorable members, you are also taking notes, and I'm aware that you are also familiar with the issues raised by petitioners. It's your turn now, honorable MEC.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair and the honorable members of the Portfolio Committee on Petitions. Again, let me take this time and greet all the members of the petitioners that are here from the schools, both our principals, leadership of the SGBs and community members, and those that were represent Bohoshi. Feel that we are greeting you this morning. We are going to, I think I should start with the apology, Chair, that we have declared 2025 as a year of academic excellence and teacher development. And it's such a pain, especially when I'm leading that department. I've got principals and teachers that do not have a beatable place, and I'm calling it a year of teacher development. It means that we have not been able to reach out to everyone. The second issue, Chair, just to give the petitioners an update, we are trying through the DDG of governance, we are trying to make sure that we can get communication from the school to the circuit, from the circuit to the district, and it should reach us. So if a principal is lodged or a governing body has written a letter to the circuit, to the district, that letter should be able to arrive the same time with us as well at a provincial level. The CETA team that is helping us to make sure that all the schools have got email addresses that we don't open on our personal cell phones, but email addresses that can be opened on a personal cell phone but belongs to the school. That is some tool that we are doing. We are trying to get a budget, but we have already, I think 20% of the schools already have got a gov.za email. So it means that when the SGB writes something, we should be able to get it at the head office. We are trying to clean up the issues. We in 2023, if you'll remember, we declared the year of infrastructure. I can confess that the schools that I was opening in 2023, in the 6th administration, there were schools that were supposed to have been built around 2012 to 2016. So the petitioners that are here about the issues of 2017, they are correct, because there was a backlog. But to address the backlog before Malachi speaks to the individual schools, We have developed a panel to build in capacity. In 2023, the Department of Education now has got an ITRU that has got a panel that is inside the Department of Education to augment the work, because somebody talked about Lucas. Lucas is a member of the IDT. IDT is the one that was building our schools. Public Works were the ones that were building our schools. So they were slow. So we have built in capacity. The department now, I'm sure honorable members at the legislature, you have heard us reporting on this. We have got our own panel. We have got our own panel on PSPs now, on engineers. We have got a panel, I think, on all categories currently. We are done now. As we speak, we are giving schools to all those panels. I think last week, near PSPs for over 123 schools were appointed. That one I can confirm. We appointed PSPs to do investigations on 123 schools. I cannot confirm if these are part of it. There is a question on stage 4. I think that one should be spoken. I should be the one to report on it, Chair, because my officials have just been telling people things that they should not know. I mean, if we go to a site, to a school, and tell SGBs to say your school is in stage 1, what language is that? Because the community will not understand. And I think we should publicly apologize, HOT, because it's not proper. There is information that the community should not be bothered about. The community should be bothered about to say your project will happen in October, because ourselves will be counting from stage 1 to stage 4. It takes 6 months. Stage 1 is when they come visit you. Stage 2 is when they come back, they come and do an analysis to say the site will fit the size of the school that you need and all these other things. Then we send it to the architects to draw the plans. And then stage 4 is when all the plans and everything we are submitting to the municipality to make sure that there will be water, there will be electricity. Then when we are in stage 4, we are ready to get the contractor to come on site. So that is the process. That process, we are fighting it to limit it, but currently still taking us 6 months. So we are trying, Chair, to limit it, but it's difficult. So I wanted to say just those in a clarity form so that then they can understand we are trying. That's why we have got an internal, somewhere where we give report, we'll say internal. It means that us as a department, the department had ITT, Public Works, and Mvula as the implementing agents. And now we have also added SICR that will be coming into the space of sanitation. So that then on where a contractor is building and we feel that we can add up a second contractor to be dealing with sanitation, then we lessen the time. But I'm going to ask the acting HOD with the team to deal with the nitty-gritties of each school as presented by the petitioners, through your indulgence, Chair.
Thanks, Honorable Chair, and good morning to yourself and to the honorable members and members of the community that are here. As the MEC has indicated, we will ask Ndatemalaji, who is the Chief Director responsible for infrastructure, to go into the details of each of the petitions that have been presented here. Ndatemalaji.
Honorable members, they are saying you should not be too technical. We want the petitioners to go back and give feedback to their constituencies. They must understand exactly, but summarize with regard to the petitioners. Let's start with Matlabatini Development Corporate Services.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, Honorable Chair, honorable members. Le Babarina Babatling today. Let me say Tobela Abusheni Ndemachedon on the Masiar. I see it's after 12. Yeah. It's interesting that I'm already notorious for taking too much time. So I'll try to summarize. We'll start with Mahlabatini. Indeed, it's Frederick Langa High School. Indeed, the petitioners were right. We have had many discussions on this. To summarize, this is one of the projects that we have allocated to IDT. They have started with planning. That's why hence they are indicating that there were people who have visited the site several times. The planning has started, and we have advanced. It is actually one of the projects that are advanced in the 48 that we are implementing. And we are finalizing. Okay, it's currently on design, and we are finalizing the design process. We believe that by the end of the third quarter, everything will be done. By the end of the third quarter, we'll be starting with a process of appointing contractors to do the actual construction. Yes. Yes. My apologies, by the end of December. Yes.
Again, I wanted also just to assist so that when they go back home, now me and you will understand about quotas and so on, but we just need to be precise.
Okay. And then moving on to Kediketsi. Kediketsi, it's also part of the same group of schools that we have allocated to IDT. And we are also pushing this one for completion of the planning process by the end of December. And we'll start with the process of procurement of a contractor around that time. We must also indicate that we have also been able to provide the school with toilets, and they are right to say there were challenges there with water because a lot of boreholes were drilled, but we'll engage with the school and see how we can assist in that regard. Moving on to Mokari. Mokari, we have been able to, it's a school that is implemented by Public Works. We have been able to appoint a contractor there. The principal is correct, and I'm sure she will remember. I once visited the school because I also had challenges with the progress there at the school. But the reports we are getting is that there's a meeting today as we speak because the contractor is back on site, but there are challenges with SMMEs, the demand of percentages in the project. So they're having a meeting now as we speak with the SMMEs to try and resolve that so that the project can get back on track. The next one, Mulweji. Okay, yeah. Mulweji, as the MEC was indicating, we have had challenges before with our implementation methods or contracting methods. We recently appointed a panel of PSPs, and we always had a panel of contractors. So Mulweji is one of the projects that the MEC was referring to, the 123, where the school has been recently allocated to PSPs to start planning them. We're actually having a briefing with this PSP next week so that they can start. Our target was these PSPs to start working, doing the planning on these infrastructure projects before the end of this particular month. the communities down there will see them as they start doing their investigations in the schools. But the PSPs have been appointed on this one particular project. Hassan Ntsamwese,
Consider that they are saying the strike is looming there. Also, there was a request, the Honorable MEC, as and when you are going to respond to with regard to mobile classrooms. I think this is one of the oldest schools. I think that's all the MECs has actually went there. Yeah, you can proceed.
okay, thank you. Hassan Ntsamwese, we were sitting in here before when
Honorable Chair, I think he was talking about a project. I think when he need to elaborate with that project so that we need to understand which project is he talking about. So it must just not be just a project.
On Mulwet. Yeah, maybe you, Honorable Max, before I also give.
Some of the petitions, it seems, already resolved or close to resolved. Maybe we should, the ones that's resolved, start with them, if the petitioners have them, we can excuse them. And then the ones that there might be a debate, then we leave them. I think it will just be more structured that way.
No, I was just saying because they actually giving progress with regard to the project, but I wouldn't want anyone to leave before the MEC say something, because we would want the MEC also to comment. He's just giving progress, but there are also other issues like impact on this school. It's one of the emergencies, and we would want to know because they are also talking about the infrastructure, but there is an intervention that is actually needed there of also mobile classes. We would also want to hear the commitment from the MEC. I think let's allow him to proceed that way, and we would flag those issues that has been raised by the petitioners as and when we proceed.
He should mention
Oh yes, just give, as and when we are talking about the project, just indicate how many block classrooms, how many toilets, so that we you should be able also to respond to the issues of petitioners.
Let me, going back to Mulweti, I had made my notes here, Chair, that we will also consider providing the school with mobile classrooms in the next, before the end of the month. I also need to clarify the issue of projects. Because we just allocated PSPs, they will, or professional service providers, consultants, they will immediately after we appoint them, they will go to the schools in consideration of the enrollment at a particular school, do the assessments and determine the scope of work. It's still early at this stage for me to say this will be the scope of work. Yeah. Okay, Hudson Ntsamwese, we have had the petitions, a petition, and we did a bit of investigation on the issues that they've raised, because unfortunately, because they are historical, and most of the officials who were there at the time, it was very difficult to find anything. But we have also included this project as part of one of our project lists for us to go and look at providing them with additional infrastructure that is needed at the school for the functionality of the school. And it's on our project list for 2026-2027 financial year. Moving on to Fetani, I've also noted Fetani here. that we will need to go back to the school and assess again for additional infrastructure. But they did mention that we were able to assist them with mobiles as well as furniture, as in the it was also discussed in the previous petition sitting. And the other issue with Fetani was an issue that really needs the municipality, where they were complaining about the access road. I've had discussions with the school, I've had discussions with the principal, and there are indications that the municipality is in the process of providing the school with a bridge. We will just need to also assist there, because it's something that falls outside our competence. The next school is Rachisase. Rachisase, it's one of the schools which have been allocated recently. I think we should have included this to the professional service providers, but we are also saying the 6 mobile classrooms were provided as they just confirmed it. And there was also a renovation of blocks which was done through some donations. The last school here is Matlari, which we have also included on the list, where we have just appointed service providers. They will start with the work soon, determine the scope of work, and then also assist us in the process of procuring contractors to start with the work. Yeah, Chairperson, I think from my side, this is the last of the petitions. Thank you. No, the PSPs, we are briefing them next week.
Okay. You know, I agree we don't want to respond here soon. We would want to understand when, because, you know, I agree, you know, petitioners want to know when, because remember they have been waiting for quite too long, and then they have now lost the hope. So, but I think we'll leave it to the MEC if you can't, because the MEC can make commitments in some of these things. Yeah. No, petitioners, I understand on the issue of Fetanane Secondary School, there's an issue here, the admin clerk securities that he has also raised. I think the MEC will be able to respond to that. So let's just leave it to the MEC. Don't worry, we are also on your side. We have captured what we have as per your request in your petition. So, yeah, I think let's give Honorable MEC just also to wrap up, and we'll give honorable members an opportunity to.
Thank you, Chair. I think one issue we have identified that there are schools that there are 2 schools that needs to be prioritized in terms of demolition. Ketsi, they need to be assisted in demolishing. Mukare Secondary School as well, they need to be assisted on demolishing unsafe buildings, and that means that when we are demolishing the unsafe buildings, then we'll deal with the issue of the mobiles. We have done a turnaround time on our mobiles. It no longer takes more than 30 days. So we should be able to say in the next 2 weeks, which we think colleagues can assist me, HOD, on the date, we should be able to have responded with the mobiles. Our time frame now is no longer 30 days in terms of a turnaround time of that. I've confirmed the PSPs for the 123 schools. Besides the briefing that will happen on the 1st of September, they will be starting with the schools. And then what they've said is that maybe we just need to also clarify that when the departmental officials of infrastructure comes to a school. They come and check. When we give it over to what normal languages consultant, they also need to come back to the school to do quality assurance of what the department has said. I've had a discussion and I was saying that is wasting of time, but they are saying they are forced for quality assurance because they need to do an insurance to say they as professionals, they've been able to do that. So from the 1st of September, Chair, I can confirm that they will be going to the school. We have got weekly meetings with the IDT on the non-responsive. The 48 schools that Malachi is saying, Matlabatini Cooperative School, Sabagenberg is part of it. The 48 honorable members will know they include the town schools, the 3 that are supposed to be here in town. So we are sitting with them, weekly meetings every Friday. We are checking progress. That one I can confirm. And then we are also, Chair, we have noted that there is an issue that has been raised here, Mukare, about the 30%. We were not aware. We knew the 30% to be in Skokune, but I see here this what school is in Waterberg. We'll check and talk. The people that are assisting us, Chair, to deal with the 30% and the SMMEs are the mayors. So we'll alert the mayor to be able to deal with it. There's an issue here, Hudson. We will have to review the scope. I think where we should start is to review the scope, so that then we are sure of what we need to build. The halls, normally, most schools are taking what we are building as the feeding scheme halls, then they don't mount the chairs. They actually use it for multi-purpose. So that is the halls that I'm sure they were talking about. Is not a normal hall, is those halls that we are building in the schools. I was looking that direction of Musina to be helped about this Mutare B. So I see the Honorable did not look at me because of the issue of the water and the bridge, the river issue. Maybe what we should do is to also check together with the school and the principal if the school needs to be relocated. We have just relocated one school, Chair. I'm sure you're aware, because of this same problem. So maybe to the petitioners, we might need to review and check if we need to relocate the school to a better area, even though we have got it's very difficult for us to speak, to say the municipality might say we'll do the bridge, but the culverts, they will say after some time the culverts get soil and then the water level goes up again. So maybe we should commit to say one of the issues that we should do is to relocate the school, Malachi, and we see if we cannot deal with that. On the other school, I think like Rachisa Se and Matari will I'm not sure, because I heard the member, the petitioner for Rachisa Se saying they did not see the mobiles, unless I missed it. They said they did not see the 6 mobiles, so we'll rectify that, and then that should be able to be given to the schools. Chair, allow me to indicate that why we spoke of the 123 is because we have checked, like I confirmed, that we have dealt with the schools until 2017, 2018. We have checked and we'll deal with it. And I agree with the principal, Bamluitz, to say, when the school is passing, we are having a problem of neighboring schools closing and people migrating to the next school. So especially in Sikukune, I've got more schools that are merging in Sikukune than any other district, because where they are performing well, everybody's migrating their children. They don't even wait for us to bring a scholar transport, but we have identified Urnayo. It should be a priority that we quickly go there because they do not have classes as we speak. So the mobiles will have to be allocated. I think those were the additionals outside the infrastructure needs that I can confirm that I will be making follow-up on. Thank you so much, Chair and honorable members.
Honorable members, it's your opportunity now to engage with the. I will start with Honorable Machete, Honorable Mushope, Honorable Dr. Silan, Honorable Pokane, and Honorable Mukaba.
No, thanks very much, Machete Pace, member of this committee. Let me take this opportunity to indicate that much of the issues as raised by petitioners were able to find expression in terms of the way forward. What remains important is how we are going to ensure that we realize the actualization of the same that which we have said. I just want to give an example. We are saying at Hudson and Tsangwisi, we are going to review the scope, and the allocation would be on 26, 27. And that's what we are getting. We believe that it will be able to ease some of the issues that we have said. On other schools, where a request was made in the form of mobile classes, there's commitment to the effect that that will be done. But I think we should emphasize that though there is a reduction in terms of the period, it must be said here and now that it would be in the on this day or in the coming 2 weeks, so that we don't get confused. We should be able to tie it on that, on the matter is raised. And I think a request was made. We'll be able to get that answer so that it becomes clear that on this day, we'll be expecting that mobile classes will then be delivered to some of the schools that we have spoken about. I may not want to go and deal with other issues as raised, but from the point of my listening, I could easily say that issues that were raised were able to find expression. Let's actualize them. Let's ensure that that gets done and we're able to give services to our people. I will leave others for other honorable members to speak to, but I think we should be quite impressed that perhaps there may have been a lack of communication in relation to some of the progress reports that we are getting, and that gets done and we're able to strengthen that level of communication in terms of the issues that the department is doing to the affected people that are there. It's quite impressive. Let's just ensure that we're able to ensure that we implement. We will not come here and get a different version of what has been presented in relation to these things. We will not come here and be told that mobile classes were not delivered. We will not come here and be told that there was no review on Hudson and other schools that were said here. And I think the commitment from the MEC, it's appreciated. What is left out is to ensure that that gets done, that there's implementation, and we are able to monitor that progress. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Machete. Was Honorable Flope.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon to the MEC and I'm observing protocol. Honorable Chair, mine is on the commitment that was made by the department that they must, the commitment must be in written form. While the petitioners were presenting here, some were saying that things were just said, we don't have anything with us. So my request is that the commitment must be in written form. My other issue, Honorable Chair, is that there was an issue, even though we are busy discussing about infrastructure, but there was an issue here of overcrowding of learners. And my question was, while seated here, I was asking myself, what is the teacher ratio, teacher-learner ratio in classes? And obviously, Honorable Chair, it can't be addressed if we are still having a challenge of classes. So my proposal or my request is that even though they are going to deliver mobile classes, they must also consider the overcrowding in those schools. Because the way the presenters were, the petitioners were presenting is that even though those mobile classes are there, they're not addressing the challenges that is there. Because now we are still in a design phase as the planning phase, meaning that those schools are going to be built maybe next year. So then something must be done. And also, we are in August. Matric are going to, grade 12 are going for what? Trial exams. So then what then happens? So I'm just saying this for us to consider all aspects. Thank you, Chair.
No ke a leboga modula strilo wa rena wa komite ke tšee sebaka se ke leboge mo lekgotla petition wa tša thuto mo provinceng ya rena le encourage yage ka makana ga yona ba batlileng mo go tloa counter ene re a leboga Mr. Malaji because ke seba le wena ka kwara komite ya education ke ra le MEC a ntše le fela le eta le account ke a tseba re o tša nako e ntši, that is why ke nono re kuno emiša. So ke no leboga o continue, keep it up, o tšwele pele ka mokgwa and summarize. Mara what I'm getting here, Mr. Malaji, is the fact that there are commitment from department. And honorable members, they did indicate that the only problem here, there might be communication breakdown, where petitioners that are expecting answers from the department, and the department could not communicate with petitioners at the right time. But now, out of this meeting, what we are getting is that the department is making commitment, which then says to us that these petitions will not close. This petition will not close. We do acknowledge the commitment of the department, because everything in what I heard, Honorable Machet, is that they are still in the planning phase. They are still in the planning phase. They have appointed the designers, which came Mr. Malaji. And something that I'm not interested in. What I'm interested in is a situation where the schools have been constructed and we are speaking language or no. By this time, the schools, so out of this meeting, the third quarter, which is seemingly confusing, the December thing that Mr. Malaji says with the department, that they will begin to implement, there will be a construction of those schools. We have got a responsibility now, December, we check up progress. The only progress that we can check on ourselves, because on their side you can't say it's a progress, it's a commitment. Rena want to reassure man progress. By December we must call them to check how far have you started to build those schools. Because it's true, Honorable Chair, that these schools, it's been long that they've written to us. Some of them, they are not new, especially coming here to request the committee to assist them. Some of them, they came here before. It's a matter that I think we'll talk on how they must structure, especially our researchers, especially if department has responded or has acted on a particular permission, on a particular petition. So for now, to focus on the meeting, we do acknowledge the commitment by the department. It means that the petitions, they are not closed, they are still open. Mr. Radingwana, by December, because MEC, the kind of the challenges that we are facing, especially with regard to these schools, warrants an urgent attention. Warrants an urgent attention, because it's long overdue. If we are to leave this thing and say, no, it's fine, Honorable Chair, it means that these people will just go and wait until, if we are not monitoring them. We are doing this, for example, in line with, you know, they know that there are instances where the department, they fail to implement certain things. And people do take them to court. And when they take them to court, even the court play the role of the legislature. Have you ever seen such situation, MEC? The court play the role of parliament, where they from time to time request you to report on quarterly basis about the progress which you have made, especially not for failing to deliver on certain things. So which means even ourselves, we can still monitor you. By December, we'll expect you to give us a report in terms of all the schools that in actual fact they came, they've petitioned to us to check whether indeed you have appointed those people to give us that progress report. When are you, because already that commitment to say by December you are starting to build. So leba representative ba to goma ba tseba hore ana bjale department a ona nto ile hore e dirile mara e gone o bontšha hore awa rena re a ithaopa on the basis of a petition that we are going to do 1, 2, 3. So it is incumbent upon us hore re sala morao ka o dirang. By December we call them back again. How far are we? Together, how far are we? So that tomorrow, we are not going to be blamed. Because you know the painful truth, when these things are not in actual fact being built or constructed, MEC, the people who are, Baba Shupa is us. They are not in actual fact pointing Mr. Malaj. They don't know Mr. Malaj. When people revolt outside and say no, musho ba bolela ka rena, aba boleli ka bo Mema Tabata, bo Mr. Mabasa. Ba bolela ka rena le MEC wa education. So that is the problem. So for us to help to rescue this situation, now we're going to bela gore this thing is not opened, it's automatic that it's not open, it's not closed, it's still open. December, which they are saying, because it's recorded. I'm happy because even some of the people outside that's commenting here on Facebook and other social media platforms, by December, we are still going to be with the MEC. We are going to follow up whether are they starting to construct those schools or not. Because the understanding is that there is that commitment. So with regard to urgent matters, I think the MEC was clear to say no, within 30 days we'll deliver those mobile classroom, which I think is clear. It does not need any question. You just, if there is a challenge in a school, just inform the department within 2 weeks or whatsoever, they will give them those services. But on this one of designing, I've got experience. You know, when you chief whip, there is this something that we spoke for the past 15 years. When I was the provincial secretary of the Youth League, I remember when we were speaking about they're constructing that thing. That thing it told me to construct to no there is design and designs for that matter. They consume a lot of resources. Now we no longer MEC want design just fail. It's nobody designing. By December, in terms of that commitment, the promise things that are not existing. Because from here, we want to move to address other schools, which might not have come to us as a committee, so to assist them.
Yeah, we still had to do other things. Honorable Pokane, you and then Honorable Mugawa also consider time also.
No, thanks, Chair. I will try to be as quick as possible. Greetings to myself, Chair, the MEC, other members present. Okay, no, thanks. Let me appreciate that the MEC, in the responses given, that is dealing with the issues that predate her incumbency as the MEC of Education. But of course, the question I would want to raise is that what could have been the issues that could have led to the situation as it is now, that the MEC is forced to address issues that are starting from 2010 around there. What are the issues in the department that makes us not to deal with issues as they arise and address them? I just want to check with the MEC with regard to that. Because of course, and maybe even check if there might be other schools that still have got challenges that may not have been petitioned to the legislature. And if maybe they might be covered in the 123 that the MEC is talking about. The other issue would be, of course, I feel with the responses given, it should not be necessary that schools must petition the legislature for the department to be able to be responsive. What are the issues? What are the problems that would force the schools to petition the legislature in terms of issues that they should be able to access from the department in terms of their report? I'm really frustrated with this approach, because we need not allow schools to come to the petitions committee for them to be responded to, because it is the responsibility of the department to deal with the issues that the petitioners are raising. And I would also want to check what the department is going to do to ensure that there is effective communication with regard to challenges that the schools would from time to time encounter. Because as and when we're progressing forward, we'll forever encounter challenges. How is the department going to ensure that they deal with these challenges effectively? Thanks, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Let me not waste time and let me just support honorable members. I think they have spoken. The only thing that we want now is commitment. because we are going to sit here, just a lot of English and all these things, but at the end of the day, there's no implementation. I always say, because we don't want to be, we don't want to be counted. People that have implemented. So this is our wish, and I think with all the dates that you put in Tatemalaji, everything that you are going to do, you are going to invite the committee. We want to be there. With each and every step that you are going to take, we are going to be with you as the committee, so that MEC, when we go to the back to school, how because of there's no implementation. But so we don't want such things. It's painful. So too much talk and go and implement. It can't be today sitting the issues 2018, 20 what. That it means there's a problem somewhere. So we don't want to say, because outside people say this is an issue of the leadership. It means there's no leadership. If we are sitting here with issues 2018, 20 what, that is why we don't want to be counted, Lorraine. We want to be counted good that at least we have pushed implementation. And the way we are going to push, trust and the committee, that thing is going to happen. So we are sitting here, it's nice, we are talking, we don't hate each other, but tomorrow when we fight, we don't fight because we hate you. We fight because we want implementation. I always tell everyone that all of us, we want to leave a very good legacy behind. So that, Lelena, even if you're not politician, you can point tomorrow that at least when 1, 2, 3, but I was part, I've done something. So, from the Department of Education and the Honorable MEC, that Honorable MEC, at least you'll count, I've managed to deal with the issues in 1994. Because I think it's not only the issue of 2018. I think we still have issues that, Lauren, this started like about 1994. It's still the outstanding. And by now, it's embarrassing to find that we still have children by not in this government with this leadership. Are during implementations. The meeting we are going to sit here 100 million times. I always tell people that they will tell you, no, South Africans are good with meetings. We speak English, then we come with good things, but when coming to implementation, it's a problem. The next thing, those people from other countries, they come and talk those ideas that we're speaking, then implement in their own country. It's us again going to the same country that we want to benchmark. You benchmark things that those are your ideas. So whatever are implementing. Now that's my plea. I don't want to be counted. I don't want to hear the name of Honorable Mugaba was part. I want to hear Honorable Mugaba was part, at least to implementation. Not, we don't want to be Baswana. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable MEC, I think you have heard what honorable members were saying, but maybe just to indicate we are not closing the petitions. We would monitor progress. Most of the things have been indicated. How are you going to handle them? And those of the third quarter, which means end of December, honorable members would still want to have another meeting with yourself just to check progress and also visit sites. Agreed will be on sites, those contractors would also want to take an oversight visit. We can do it jointly with the Portfolio Committee of Education just to go and monitor the progress. If we could also get commitments letters on those, how are we going, so that we are also be able to make follow-ups on those issues, on how you have actually responded to them. Yeah. And I've realized that even in all the response, there were no budget constraints or budget issues, and, which means there's no challenge with regard to money. So there's a problem somewhere, but the budget is not a problem. And maybe if you can just take a bite quickly, Honorable MEC, so that we are able also to release the petitioners.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members, for the issues that have been raised. One, just to start with the issue of the budget, we are on planning, so we don't have constraints. We will have constraints when we get to the constructions on the budget, because the 123 schools are all on planning stage. Then when we finish, that's when then we need to negotiate with both DBE and our treasury on how they will prioritize Department of Education on infrastructure. Currently, our budget on what we are implementing and the planning phases, I think we are on 1.5 billion, but it's mostly on the planning cycles like we indicated. And we continue to thank the honorable members for defending our budget as education, and the petitioners should know that it is these honorable members that support us to get that budget. On just a quick issue, Chair, on the teacher-learner ratio, currently we are on 1:33, but we are using 1:40. On the exams, I think we'll assist the school. On the exams, what I know that we do is that before we start with the exams, before we start with the trial, all the principals, we go through the process of checking if every learner has got a desk, every learner will be under a roof, not a shade. So we'll work with the school just to assist them, because we have never, unless I was not aware, we have never had learners that rise under tree, especially during exams. We have had schools that says when we, except for what he was saying, we have had schools that says it's hot, we'll take learners out. We have then said to them it is not proper because the learners cannot be outside, but we'll work with the school. And then we, on the mobiles that will bring, we are committing 30 days, which we were checking with the HOD, is the 5th of September. On the letters, like the honorable members are saying, Chairperson, we are requesting that my office will write letters on each school that was presented here with the resolution and the proposal that we have given. We are also going to indicate the time frames for each school, and then we are also going to indicate the implementing agent that will be doing that project, and then we'll indicate the time frames. But we are requesting that all these letters should be sent through your office. It will not be us directly. We'll send them to the legislature. Also, if you noticed when we're giving report, or the report that the honorable members have about this, we have indicated that on the planning of the IDT as our implementing agent, it is November, December. On the schools that are under public works, you will see there we have written 26, 27. Because on the schools that are under public works, they are telling me that they will be able to start to give me contractors next year in March. So that's why you see here we have written 26, 27. So we never said this year. And then on the PSPs, that is the internal process that we spoke about. On the 123, they are starting on the 1st of September. So when we answer the individual schools, will show that the 6 months is going to end in 26. So that is why we were clear even here. I'm talking on the issues of the time frames. We'll run. We have caucused with the HOD, and we are saying we have got an internal ITRU, and I'm sure Malachi will agree with me that for us to deal with the process of demolition, we'll need nearly 3 months. So that then they can be able to go check what is supposed to happen. Is it supposed to be done when the learners are not there? Who do we get that has got that skill? We'll use our own internal issues. There was an issue raised on, when we provide mobiles, we normally provide with the furniture. If the school says there's no furniture, and even the furniture, we have got a turnaround time of 30 days because we've got a panel. We expect them to perform. And with the other schools, we have been doing that. Like I indicated, there was a question of what went wrong why these issues. The Department of Education was using implementing agents, and there was a time where IDT had crashed. There was a time that Public Works was not performing, and we are the end user. Last, I think 2 months back, the Premier has led an infrastructure one-day workshop for us to assess, especially us and health, if we are allowed to continue to build internal capacity, to have our own PMU and have our own contractors to augment the work that has to be done by Public Works and implementing agent. And that resolution has been taken, so we'll try and move with speed. Then on the communication, it is what I reported already, Chair, that we are trying to get all our schools to have an address that can fit in one system, not the Gmail and the Hotmail and all these other things. I think we are agreeing that we are not closing the petitions. We'll work with the committee, but also I think our team here, communication, will check the other comments that are online and see if they will be able to assist us as we go forward. Thank you.
I think you summarized it very well. I think we will take it. If we could then get those letters of commitments, yeah. And we understood even that one of 26, 27 of Public Works. I think it's, it's in order. Yeah. I think this brings us to the end of this meeting, but besides that, there's a team. We could release other petitioners and have the remaining ones quickly. No, we are not closing we will still have to, again, we'll then get letters of commitments. Then the MEC also indicated that we are going to have those letters through us. Again, you wrote to us. Once we got those letters, then we also send you to you so that you must know the progress. MEC, the commitment ID relay, as per petitioner. Again, yeah. So we could then we could release other petitioners and get the remaining ones that are outside. petitioners, honorable members, let's proceed quickly and take the last petitioners, which is Capricorn High Staff. Petitioners, I will request you, because every person that appears before the standing committee on petitions and public participation, in line with section 10 of the Limpopo Petitions Act, we're supposed to take an oath or solemn affirmation. So, ke tlo kgopela hore quickly le eme re tsie le ntshale ka morao, as and when I will be reading that to you, and you follow me. Please state your full names and say name. Swear that. All of you, ne? All of you. Let's start. I, your name and say name. Swear that I will be truthful and honest to the committee of the Limpopo Legislature, and honest to the committee of Limpopo Provincial Legislature, when giving evidence without any fear, favor, or prejudice, in accordance with Limpopo Petitions Act, the Constitution, and other law. So help me God. We'll request you just to give a summary of your petition very quickly. Again, when you are here, we have the Department of Education here, and also represented by the MEC Mabungu Liruli Ramakanya, and the team from the department. They are here. Ke tlo kgopela hore le ka no bolela ka any language, because re na le petition ya lena, let's ke la ya lolololo, and tell us what hore petition ya lena hore you are requesting.
Ke a leboga. Ke molepo go tswa ka Tobela. Ke nna Molepo Elias from Capricorn High School. Sello sa rena ke se latela. Ke na le more than 19 years ke bereka ko Capricorn High School under SGB. Pele ke dio kgopela gore le ka se kgone gore absorb re tle ka mo government na. Ke lebeletse gore le mogolo wa rena a go khotsofatse. E se khale ke tla ba ke ya penshele ene a ke sere selo a ke na selo e ke jo kgopela gore hle please batsadi ba rena re kwele motlhoko le kgone gore tsentšha ka mo government ke selo sa ka seo. Ke a leboga.
Siaswana honorable ke kgopela go nota tšanyana mo go e ba boletseng nna ke nna Juda Mamabolo. La mathomo re ba shumi re shuma re sena di job descriptions selo sa rena sa mathomo re fa ba fapana bialo re fa ba bana ka tsela e re shuma re tsena ka 7 go fitla re tšhaša ka 4 e fela re lefela from 7 go fitla ka 3 bialo ye nngwe go gore go na le dikontraka tša rena a re tsebe re no kgopela motho mongwe le re romele ba labor department ba de ba re thuše ka gore a nwele go na le ba bangwe ba tswalela then ba bangwe a ba tswalele ge dikolo di tswalela then ba ba tswaletšeng ge ba bitšwa gore ba te ba šome ka nako ya dikolo di tswaletše school holidays ba patela go ra gore ba rated twice then ba ba tšeang di-leafy bona ba no rate once salary ya bona ora gona overtime ke ra kana kwa di holidays bjalo re bona e se fair gore na ka moka rena re le bashumi and then engwe re le bashumi ba SGB go na le matitšhere go na le rena re apereng di-overall go na le hostel le admin a nile re bolela bjalo matitšhere ba hweditše increase go ya ka tsela ye government e fileng bašomedi ba yona increase rena le gane bile re sa sokola re sa e bolelela gore re kgopela le re fe ba re botša ka 2% e le gore moragong mola re ile re boledišana ba re ba bolela le union e le ba management wa school ba kwana gore re tlo le fa increase go ya ka mo go government e taba e fang bašomedi ba yona increase bjanong area dipoledišanong ba re tsebiša di 2% increase mola re sena di-benefits ko lebaka le legolo le re kgopela gore le re thuše gore re ye ka gore government e re absorb ko go gore re kgone go hwetša di-benefits ka baka la gore ka mola go bolela nnete gona le polaseng re re bona kare go kaone re a leboga
ke Phineas Tlakala Mohale na ke shumile mola ke na le 20 years ka kakaretše ke no ba ke nyaka go no tlhalosa gore rena re le bašomi ba Capricorn re a re swariwe gabotse kua mošomong re a lla dilo tša rena a di theeletšeo ke a leboga.
Maybe let me allow the MEC to respond, or if you give the HOD, whatever, come call it one and go on, MEC.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, and greetings once more to the honorable members of the committee, and then also greetings to the members and workers at the Capricorn High School. I think, Chair, unless the HOD will want to add, there are a couple of things that maybe from our side as the department, when we received the petitions, we have put in an investigation team that Mr. Mlope, as the DDG for corporate, is heading. One, we are investigating the terms of the contract, but also when they conclude, the DDG corporate and DDG governance will then have a meeting with the management of the school and the SGB. We are allowed as the Department of Education, or we can get extra staff by the school themselves, because Capricorn is a paying fee school. So beside the norms and standards that we give them, you can see they've got teachers, they've got admin, they've got groundsmen. So they are allowed by law to can have terms of contract with their own people, which they might not have used the norms and standards of us as a department, where if I need a teacher, there will be specific qualifications that I will need from that person as a teacher. But the SGB can go and use their own discretion, like they can add up an additional teacher of a subject that we as a department will not be saying we have it as part of their stream, but they want to introduce that subject in the school. So will not be according to our own records to say this school can add up this type of a teacher. So we'll have that team, Chair, if you allow us a time, and if the HOD maybe can speak on the time frames on how we'll be able to allow the investigating team to deal through your indulgence, Chair. Thank you.
No, thanks, MEC. I think because it's not really a complicated matter, but just to give ourselves space, I think 30 days should be enough for us to finalize this. Yeah, because it's, for me, it's straightforward.
Can we then allow the investigation team or you investigate that? Investigate. However, I think, honorable members, it's very clear. Okay. Now also, this also brings us to the end of our meeting. There's a lunch that has been arranged. And Mr. we also want to thank you and your team for really honoring our invitation and attending to the issues also raised by our petitioners. Thank you so much. Honorable members, thank you so much. Those that we attending the same church, we have to leave and go to France Mutlala. Now, they are waiting for us. No, you